All right, everybody, welcome back. I'm excited for today's deep dive because we're going to be looking into fixed index annuities. And I know a lot of you probably heard that term thrown around, but maybe aren't really sure what it means.
Absolutely. A lot of people are a little confused about it.
Yeah, and we're going to try to clear all that up today. We're specifically going to be looking at the American Equity AssetShield Bonus 10 annuity as a potential solution for retirement income.
That's right.
And all of the materials for today's show came to us from our friends at Diversified Insurance Brokers.
Yeah, they're great.
And we always love working with them.
Yeah.
And yeah, so let's jump right into this. What is a fixed index annuity?
Yeah. So when you think about annuities, you're trying to create a stream of income in retirement. So you're trying to protect your principal and create a safe stream of income.
Sure.
A fixed index annuity allows you to do just that. It guarantees your principal and it gives you the opportunity to participate in market gains.
Okay, so it kind of takes some of the risk out of being directly invested in the market.
Exactly. That's a great way to put it.
All right, cool. And this AssetShield Bonus 10 that we're looking at today, they're advertising this 14% bonus.
Yeah.
And to me, that just sounds like a lot. And I kind of want to know, like, what's the catch?
Absolutely. So a 14% bonus is extremely enticing.
Yeah.
And it really helps boost your retirement savings and accumulate that quickly in the early years.
Right.
But there are a few things to keep in mind. With a bonus annuity, sometimes there are stipulations on how you can access that money.
Okay.
And how you can grow it in the later years. So
Sure.
that's something to consider. But that 14% is fantastic.
Yeah, that sounds great. Okay, so how does that index-linked interest work?
So index-linked interest is really where the power of the fixed index annuity comes in. So a fixed index annuity will give you the opportunity to participate in the market gains without the risk of market loss. So there are a number of different indices that you can choose from. And basically what happens is the insurance company will look at the performance of that index at the end of the year. And if it's positive, you will receive a portion of that growth.
Okay, so it's not just a straight across like whatever the S&P 500 does. That's not what
Exactly. So it's important to understand how the interest is calculated. And, we can dive a little deeper into that. But essentially, there is what's called a cap rate or a participation rate.
Okay.
That determines how much of that index gain you'll actually receive.
All right, cool. And so we were looking at this AssetShield Bonus 10 specifically, and they talk about a few indices in here. There's the BlackRock Adaptive U.S. Equity 7% Index,
Yes.
the BNPP Patriot Technology Index, and then the S&P 500 Dividend Aristocrats, Daily Risk Control, 5% Excess Return Index.
Wow, that's a mouthful.
That's a mouthful.
I know.
So how do these different indices like play into all this?
Yeah, so each of those indices offer different opportunities for growth. The BlackRock Adaptive U.S. Equity 7% Index is a little bit more conservative.
Okay.
It's designed to limit your losses and then slowly gain over time.
Gotcha.
The BNPP Patriot Technology Index is really focused on the technology sector.
Yeah.
And, as we've seen over the last decade, the technology sector has performed extremely well.
Right.
So that has a higher growth potential, but it also has a higher risk.
Sure.
The S&P 500 Dividend Aristocrats, that's focused on companies that have a long history of paying dividends.
Okay.
So that's another option that's available within the AssetShield Bonus 10.
So what is a rider?
Yeah, so a rider is essentially an add-on to an annuity contract that will give you additional benefits.
All right, so what are some of the riders that we see here with this AssetShield Bonus 10?
Yeah, so this AssetShield Bonus 10 has a few key riders that can enhance your benefits. The first one is called a performance rate rider.
Okay.
And this rider will actually increase the potential interest that you can earn on your annuity.
Right.
So that's a really valuable rider to have.
Sure. So would that affect things like that cap rate or participation rate that you talked about?
Absolutely. So it could potentially increase your cap rate or participation rate, which will allow you to capture more of the index gain.
Cool. All right. What other riders are there?
There's an enhanced benefit rider, which provides nursing home benefits or terminal illness benefits.
Wow.
So it gives you a little bit more protection in case you need to go into a nursing home or if you become terminally ill.
Okay. That's peace of mind.
Absolutely.
All right. And then what about the legacy benefit?
Yes. So the legacy benefit will allow your beneficiaries to receive the full value of your annuity, including any bonuses that you've earned without any surrender charges.
Okay, great. So if something happens to me, my family is taken care of.
That's exactly right.
Awesome. Okay, so what about before retirement? Because, life happens sometimes we need to access that money.
Yeah. So, retirement's a long ways away and a lot can change between now and then.
Right.
So it's important to have access to your money if you need it. The AssetShield Bonus 10 allows you to withdraw up to 10% of your account value each year without any penalty.
Okay.
And that starts after the first contract year.
So I do have some flexibility with this.
Absolutely. And it's important to understand that you always have access to your money.
Okay.
That there may be some penalties or fees associated with withdrawing more than that 10%.
Sure.
But you always have access to your money in case of an emergency or if you need it.
Okay. And then I also saw something in here about the market value adjustment rider.
Yes.
Can you explain what that is?
Absolutely. So the market value adjustment, or the MVA, is essentially an adjustment that's made to your account value when you withdraw money.
Okay.
So if interest rates have gone up since you purchased the annuity, your account value may be adjusted downward.
Okay.
And vice versa, if interest rates have gone down since you purchased the annuity, your account value may be adjusted upward.
Gotcha. So it's kind of a way to balance things out to keep it fair.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. So just to recap, it sounds like the AssetShield Bonus 10 is a great option for those who are looking for guaranteed income in retirement with some growth potential and limited risk.
That's right.
What are some other options that people have for retirement planning? Because we always want to make sure we're exploring everything.
Yeah, retirement planning is a holistic process.
Right.
It's not just about annuities or just about any one product.
Sure.
You want to look at your entire financial picture and determine what's best for you.
Of course.
In addition to annuities, there are things like 401ks and IRAs,
Right.
which offer tax advantages. There are also, brokerage accounts and other investment options.
Sure.
So it's really important to sit down with a financial advisor and develop a plan that's specific to your needs.
And this is one of those times that I do want to remind everyone that Diversified Insurance Brokers does work with multiple carriers. So they're not just looking at American equity. They're going to look at all the different options.
Absolutely. And, as an independent agency, they can shop the market and find the best product for you.
Absolutely. All right. So I think that about wraps it up for today's deep dive. We covered a lot of information.
Yeah.
And this is one of those things that, as always, I encourage you to go out there and do your own research.
Yeah. Knowledge is power.
It really is. And we'll, of course, link to all the information for today's episode, as always, on our website.
Absolutely.
So just something to think about as you go forth. What are your retirement income goals?
That's a great question.
And could an annuity like this help you reach those goals?
Yeah.
All right. So until next time, we'll see you later.
See ya. Bye.